Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to race number 8 of the Pepsi Racing Series, Season 9 season. Well, that didn't really make too much sense, but anyways, race number 8, Season 9, Martinsville Speedway, the paperclip, yet another short track, back-to-back short tracks here. If this one's anything like Bristol, it's going to be quite the wreck fest, but I think Martinsville is going to be, there's going to be a lot of caution flags, don't get me wrong, but I think this one's going to be a little bit more exciting. And see the front row, MWR sweeps the front row here at Martinsville with Eugene D-Max grabbing the pole. Samuel Mills will start second in his Toyota, so teammates on the pole should be an interesting start. The rest of the starting lineup, Carson Bagatol, Danny Wells, Drew Austin, Jackson Williams, Racer DSM, Derek Reed, Rahid Vardbu, and Joey Murphy, the top 10, and there's the rest of the starting lineup for today's race. Tryfon Reed, Joe Cole, Levi Jones, Ryan Kotz, Wes Brittle, those guys starting way back in the field. They have their work cut out for them.
Start your engines!
There's the command to start the engines. Like I was saying, those guys towards the back definitely have their work cut out for them. This is not an easy racetrack to pass at. Track position is key at this race, and as you can see, a lot of good drivers don't really have the track position to begin this race, so it's going to be a rough ride for some of them. As we get rolling here, pace car's in, green flag is out, and Samuel Mills gets a huge jump on Eugene D-Max into turn 1 and clears him. Wow, nice jump by Samuel Mills on the outside, is able to clear his teammate and take the lead. That is huge. And now Eugene's trying to fight back and get to the lead as there's no contact behind him. Racer DSM 3 wide. We stay green. No spin or anything, just some contact. And Samuel leads the field. Ooh, more contacts. There's that Danny Wells. They got into the wall. Lots of hard racing early on here in Martinsville. Look at this Hornets mess right here. 2 wide, racing everywhere. Down into the corner, 3 wide. Danny Wells is really struggling with his race car early on, and he's lost a lot of spots in the early going. Battle for the lead. MWR teammates going at it. Samuel into the wall, Eugene into the lead. Samuel got a hell of a jump on the start of the race, but now he's lost the lead, and now he's lost second place as the caution flag is out. Looks like we had a spin in the front straightaway. Oh, Drew Austin with heavy damage, so it looks like he was involved in it. We're under caution for the first time today here at Martinsville as the leaders go by some of the lap traffic. That Joe Davis has some pretty good damage. 2-time winner this season, Joe Davis is. The leaders get caught up to the pace car. Eugene's the leader, started on pole, lost the lead into turn 1, and now regained it here right before the caution flag came out, and he almost got hit by Ryan Daniels there. And that's Dylan, the 12, who just got into the back of the 15. So some of the lap cars are trying to make their way through this field and are having trouble, and I believe the 15's smoking. Smoke is coming out of the... Yeah, oh no! Oh my goodness. Samuel Mills, who started second. Oh, now he gets hit by Ryan Koch. Samuel's coming to pit road. He's going to the garage. He's blown something in that engine. Looks like when Dylan Petit hit him in the 12, it knocked something in the engine out, and he is heading towards pit road. The man who led the first few laps of this race and was running third at the moment of caution is on pit road. Wow. Tough break there for Samuel Mills. Let's see why we're under caution for the first time, and then we'll look at what happened to Samuel Mills under caution here. Eugene, the leader at Martinsville. Alright, reason for the caution flag. Drew Austin, who was running 4th. Or, let's see, yeah, running 4th, actually battling for 5th here right with Racer DSM. Watch this. He's just racing along, and... oh, that's Racer DSM who just gets loose. Spins out, gets into him. Racer DSM saves his race car. Drew Austin pays the price for it. He spins out in the middle of traffic. Jackson Williams hits him hard. Danny Wells spins out. And the field has nowhere to go, and they all have to scramble. There goes Joe Davis around. Wow. tough break there for Drew Austin. I mean, really tough break. And then here's what happened to Samuel Mills. He had retaken second place. I thought he was running third, but Carson Begatol off of turn 4, coming to take the caution flag as we're racing back to the line. He hit the wall, so Samuel took over second place. And then here's what happened to him. Watch. Alright, they're going by some of the lap cars here. They're trying to navigate their way. You gotta be real careful not to run into the back of any other lap car. Yeah, so now he's just settling in here, waiting for the pace laps, waiting for all the lap cars to go by. But then something goes completely wrong. Watch the 12 here. Gets into the back of them, and then you see the smoke coming out of the back. It knocks either a piston out of that engine or something, and smoke out of that 15. Then the 97 comes, and insult to injury for the 15 to Samuel Mills. He's on the apron here, and Ryan Cox is going to come along and going to hit him in the back as well, right about here. Here's the contact, and that leaves Ryan with heavy front end damage, and then obviously, well, not too heavy, but it obviously ends Samuel Mills' day. Let's see where West Riddle got this damage from. He might have gotten into the back of someone too. Oh, he got into the back of the 18. Oh, right there. So a lot of guys running into the back of each other, and it knocks one of our contenders out early. Samuel Mills out with a apparent blown engine. We'll get to the restart with his teammate in the lead, Eugene D-Max. The lights on the pace car are out. We're going to restart lap 10 of 50 here. We're about 20% through this race. Eugene D-Max leader, Carson Begatol, Racer DSM, Vardavoo 4th, Chevy Gillam 5th, Peach Hill in 6th there, Reed 7th, Hayden Klein 8th, Charles Jackson, and then James Shelley, and then here's the rest of the field. Green flags out, we're back underway at Martinsville. And then here we go into turn 1. Carson Begatol underneath Eugene for the lead. Caution is out already, so we're racing back to the line here. And Carson's going to get the lead. Racer DSM looking to move into second as Eugene has had now 2 bad restarts. Carson to the lead. Caution is out. And Racer DSM has worked his way up to second. So Eugene not very good on the restarts very early on here at Martinsville. He's going to have to work on that because there's going to be a lot of restarts today. We're trying to see why we're under caution here. We'll find out for you as everybody gets bunched up and get ready for yet another restart. Carson definitely not playing around on that restart. Got a very good jump. Got underneath Eugene. Racer DSM followed him through, and now they're 1-2. So it's up front. It's Dodge, Ford, Toyota, 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 Ford, Toyota, Toyota, Chevy, Chevy. So Toyota's definitely looking good early on at Martinsville. And we got cars on pit road with maybe green flag, or not, or I guess it's caution flag pit stops now. Some of these guys may not be able to make it on fuels, others might. It all depends. As you see Cody pitting from the 25th position. And who was the other one there? If you can save enough fuel under caution, you will be able to make it the full distance of this race. But obviously, the crew chief of the number 4 and the crew chief of the 48 felt they could not make it on fuel without coming in there, and they've done just that. So now it looks like they'll be good to go, and they'll line up for the restart here. They lost all their track position though. That's the tough part. Let's see what happened to bring us out under caution for the second time here today at Martinsville. Alright, these drivers didn't even get past the start-finish line on the restart before the caution came out. Here's Dylan Petit. He gets into the wall, spins out. Nowhere to go for Corey Williams, and his front end is all smashed in, as you can see there. And that is why we're under caution. Look at that. He didn't even make it past the start-finish line. That was Dylan Petit, who's had a very rough day already here today at Martinsville. Obviously took out Samuel Mills there. I'm guessing it wasn't on purpose. And now he is spun out on the restart there. And Carson took advantage of that. In one lap, he was able to take the lead, and in one lap, Eugene managed to lose 2 positions. So we'll be right back with the restart with your new leader, Carson Begatol. The lights on the Chevy Camaro pace car are out, meaning we're going to restart here lap 16 and 50. Carson Megatol, the leader, Racer DSM, Eugene D-Max, Chevy Gillam, Right Bardavu, Pichu London, Derek Reed, Heidi Klein, James Shelley, Zach Carlson in the top 10, Kausnowski, Charles Jackson, Wes McCall, Dylan Young, and Andre Lannings in the top 15. So here we go. Getting set for the restart once again here today from Martinsville. Carson leads him down. Racer DSM in second. Green flag. We're back underway. Racer DSM got a very good restart on Carson. We'll see if he makes a move into turn 1. He's underneath him. Off of turn 2. 3 wide for third. Off of turn 2. We're looking at the battle of the lead, but we're also trying to look at the battle for third. There's still 3 wide coming off that corner. Carson, Racer DSM, drag race. Racer DSM beats him. And I believe we're... Oh, no, I thought we were under caution, but we're not. Rawhead's gone ahead and taken over third place. And Eugene D-Max's struggles on restarts continues as he's losing spots left and right. Looks like he's gotten into the safer barrier as well. Racer DSM is the new leader here at Martinsville. We got car on pit road. Multiple cars on pit road. Now the caution's out. The 4 car is back on pit road. And yep, caution is out now. And who's the other car that was just on pit road? The 48 again. Cody Lama's pinning twice. So obviously that 48 team does not have the same fuel mileage that everyone else does. That's twice they've been on pit road. And Racer DSM is still the leader. New 3rd place though. And new 4th place. Eugene dropped back from 3rd all the way to 7th on that restart. He has not done well on these restarts at all. You can see just how many spots he's lost there. Alright, let's see why we're under caution for the 3rd time today here at Martinsville as we're approaching lap 20 at the paperclip. Here's the reason for caution. Mark Matthews running 22nd. It's loose, lands it into the wall. And who's that? The 24 kind of swipe in there. That's Charles Sanford. Right as the 4 car was coming on pit road, and the 48 and the 30 were also on pit road. There's Mom and Elias coming off of pit road right now. And there's Cody Lamas behind him. So Mammon coming in for a pit stop. Right as the caution came out. As the 17 took a spin and Mark Matthews. That's why we're under caution. Let's get to the restart. Racer DSM, the leader, here at Martinsville. Alright, here we go. Restart, lap 24 of 50, 1 lap shy of halfway. Racer DSM, the leader. Carson Megatol, Rawhead Bardavu, Derek Reed, Chevy Gillam, Pichu London, Eugene D-Max, Heidi Klein, Kausnowski, Zach Carlson in the top 10. The cars that are lining up to the inside of the leaders already lapped down. Those are the 3 cars that were on pit road right as the caution came out. Mom and Elias, Cody Lamas, and John McNair in the 4. We'll see if they provide a challenge or a threat here to Racer DSM. And no, he gets a great restart. And he pulls away from these guys into turn 1. But Carson Megatol is going to have to deal with the lap cars here. And they're going to get by him, actually. Mom and Elias clears the 2nd place car. And now he's on his way, trying to hunt down to get his lap back. And now Cody Lamas is going to clear the 2nd place car as well. So Carson Megatol falling back as the lap cars are all getting around him. And Racer DSM's loving it because he's pulling away. All 3 lap cars have now pulled away and gotten away from Carson. So Racer DSM's got a 3-car cushion to 2nd place behind him. As these 3 cars are all lapped down. Led by Cody Lamas in the 48. And, oh, look at this. Kyle up the racetrack, got loose. He's going to lose a spot. And there's Eugene. He's trying to march back up to the front as he's lost so many positions because of restarts. Looks like this time he got a pretty solid restart. Was able to gain a few spots. As now Carson Megatol tries to get by the lap cars. He's underneath Cody Lamas. Still got 2 more to go before he gets to the leader, Racer DSM. Check out some of the action back here. Battle for position. Rawhead and Chevy going at it. Ooh, Chevy got loose. Rawhead back on the outside. Beats him to the line. That was a battle for 4th and 5th. As Eugene's right behind him with 55. And now who's that? Cody Lamas back underneath. the 86 here, Carson Bagatol. Second place driver, Cody Lamas. Oop, Carson's into the wall, and Cody gets by him again. So all the progress Carson had made on getting by the lap traffic is done. They all just got by him again. And Racer descends out to a very cozy lead here at Martinsville. We're lagging a little bit. I got somebody. Oh, spin! Crash! Don't know if the caution came out. Oh, Joe Davis. Danny Wales up into the wall. Caution is indeed out. And that erases Racer DSM's big lead. Mom Elias, I believe, will get his lap back. Carson Bagatol had gotten by Cody Lamas. And we are under caution here at Martinsville. That was probably our longest run of green flag action we've had all day long. So now that is snapped. And Racer DSM has to surrender his big lead. And has to deal with the lap cars once again to his inside. And you see all the cars lined up. Looks like these two are the main ones involved in the caution flag. Looks like they're not too happy with each other. As Joe Davis gives Danny Wells a bump. Let's not even pause. Let's just go right ahead and go replay it here. And, ooh, this happened in turn 3 and 4. Looks like Danny Wells was the first one to go around the 29. He wasn't having a good day to begin with, and now this got worse. Ooh, maybe, yeah, a little contact. Dylan Petit hasn't been short of controversial today. Adds to it, he spins Danny Wells, and that just barely clips the 09 and Joe Davis and sends him around into the outside wall. So Joe Davis, the two-time winner this season, having a rough day at Martinsville. The paperclip is proven to be tough for him today. Alright, here we go. We'll get set for yet another restart here at Martinsville. We're inside 20 laps to go. Racer DSM is the leader. We'll see if Carson's got anything for him, but first Carson has to deal with the lap traffic. We'll see how he manages it this time by. We'll be right back with the restart. Alright, here we go with the restart. Nobody got their lap back. Mom Elias, John McNair, and Cody Lamas are still there, lined up to the inside of the leaders. So if Mom Elias can get clear of Racer DSM, and a caution comes out, then he would get his lap back. They need to get by the leaders in order to get their lap back. So we'll see what Racer DSM does. Last time he got a really good jump on the lap cars and we're able to clear him. We'll see if he's able to do that once again. Green flag, we're back underway, and yes he does. Gets a very good jump on the lap traffic once again, and he clears him into turn 1. Carson Bagatol having to battle them though, and he's stuck on the outside, which is not a good lane to be in as he's losing ground on Racer DSM once again. Mom and Elias though, he's chasing down Racer DSM. You can tell he wants his lap back, and he's working hard for it. He's chasing down the leader into turn 1. And Carson, all 3 of the lap cars have gotten by him. Mom and Elias now dives to the inside of Racer DSM, the race leader. This is not a battle for the lead. This is to get his lap back. Caution is out. Racer's in the wall, and Mama's going to get his lap back. Ooh, they got a spinner. And Joe Davis is in the wall again. Oh boy. Oh, and now Rahit's gone around under caution. Looks like he'll be alright. No damage. Racer DSM still the leader. Now there will be 2 cars down a lap. That'll be the 4 and the 48. The 86 is in second. He's having a tough time there. Charles Jackson. Oh, he was running up front. Looks like he got spun or something. Wow. We'll have to see that. We'll be right back. We're going to show you what happened and bring us out under caution again here at Martinsville. Racer DSM well in control of this race. We'll see if we can hang on to it as we're approaching the final 10 laps. Well, like I mentioned, Charles Jackson was up there and running in contention for this race, and he came into pit road. Right there, he comes into pit road and he loses all that track position. That's why he was running as far back as we saw him. Now, the reason for the caution flag, I haven't really looked into it. I believe it took place, though, Let's see. Oh, yeah, I think it happened right there. That's Eugene D-Max, the pole sitter, making contact with Wes McCall. They were running 7th and 8th, I believe. And, I mean, looks like Wes just drove him all the way up the racetrack. Eugene kind of had no choice. He was up against the wall. And there's the contact, and then around goes Wes. And, oh boy, here comes the lap. Oh, not the lap traffic, but traffic. And, oh, what was that? The 43 gets a piece of it. Colin Welty, Dylan Young. Wes Riddle got a piece of it. And then the action continued. Up ahead, it looked like. Levi Jones gets spun around by Bryson Reed. Ooh. And the 09, gets clipped for the second time today. And he spins it out in turn 3 for the second time today as well. So he's had a rough day in turn 3 today. And that is the reason we're in a caution. Then over here, the 47 and 28 were going at it. Don't know what this was about. But the 28 spins the 47 out. They were running 3rd and 4th. Oh boy. It is not the time or the place right now. You're both in contention for a win. Why take each other out? There's Danny Wells. Looks like he's on pit road. He's fixing some damage done to that 29. He's had a rough day as well. Let's see if he got any damage. Nope. Looks like it was just a scheduled stop to fix damage from her previous wrecks. So here's how Maumon got around Racer. Sets him up in turn 1. Gets to his inside. They're side by side down the back. At this point, the caution is about to come out. Right here, the caution's already out. So he knows he has to beat him back to the line. And right there he does. And that is why Maumon is back on the lead lap. And now we have maybe 2 or 3 lap cars. We'll have to see. Let's get to the restart. Racer DSM leading and well in control this race so far here at Martinsville. Alright, so here's the big thing. We're inside 10 laps to go. We're going to restart here lap 43 of 50. When we're inside 10 laps to go, the lap cars do not line up to the inside of the leaders. They have to get in line. So Racer DSM's the leader. Then you got John McNamara, who's a lap down. Cody Lamas, who's a lap down. And Charles Jackson, who's a lap down, before you get to Carson Bagatol, who's running second. So Racer DSM has a 3-car cushion on second place with less than 10 laps to go. This is looking like it's gonna be real hard to get this race out of Racer DSM's hand. No pun intended. Green flag, back in the air. And John's gonna challenge Racer DSM here though, trying to get his lap back. They're gonna be 3 wide down the back. Carson Bagatol is not wasting any time. I'm trying to get by the lap traffic. And Racer DSM now is having a rough time with it. He gets a piece of the wall. John gets by him. So for the moment, John has his lap back. Racer DSM goes wide into the corner. Here comes Carson Bagatol to the inside. Wow. Carson in the 86 got by Charles Jackson in the lap car, and now he's right there behind Racer DSM for this race lead. Racer DSM trying to get by the lap traffic. Marshall Ritz on pit road, scheduled stop. So is Andre Lannings. Oh boy, now Andre's gonna get in line here, and this is gonna make it very tough on Racer DSM. Carson's gotta get by the 4 here though. Oh, Cody gets a piece of the wall. Racer gets by him. It's Ryan Koch on pit road now. Oh, Cody Lam is deep into the corner. The caution flag out. Yes, it is. And that may or may not be the race. Possibly. We'll have to see if we're going to be able to restart. I don't think so. Carson gave it a run, but I don't think it was enough. Well, ooh, heavy damage to Joey Murphy here. I had a feeling he had something to do with this caution flag. Either that or he ran into the back of someone under caution. Nope, looks like he had something to do with this caution flag. Oh. Yes, Derek Reed in the 28. Racing real hard. Looks like he got forced into the wall by Kyle in the 39. Oh, yes. And then around goes the 28. 14 has nowhere to go, but right into him. And that is why the caution came out. And then, ooh, look at this mess. Coming to the start-finish line. And James Qualls has sneaked his way into 7th place. Very good run for him today. Alright, we're going to have to see if we're going to be able to restart this race. I'm not too sure we are. If we don't restart, Racer DSM will win this race and extend his lead in the all-time win list. It's been quite the day for him. We'll see if we're going to be able to restart here. We're inside 5 to go at Martinsville. We will not be able to restart this race. White flag has already been taken by the leaders under caution. Racer DSM is going to win at Martinsville. It was going to be really tough to beat him because he had all those lap cars there in the way. But I'm sure Carson would have loved to get a shot, though, at trying to beat him. But he's not going to be able to, as Racer DSM wins. Carson Megathol 2nd, Rawhit 3rd, Chevy 4th. And it's the one car in 5th. As all the cars slowly cross the line here in Martinsville. We'll take a look at the official standings. Ignore that one lap down. That's just a little glitch that's at Martinsville. These cars did not finish one lap down. The only cars that technically did finish a lap down or more were the 42, the 4, and the 48. Yeah, there you have it. Racer DSM, the winner. Carson Begatel, Barnevu finishes 3rd. Chevy Gillam 4th. Zach Carlson, Hayden Klein, James Qualls, Kyle Snosky, James Shelley, Randy Carpenter, the top 10. William Duncan, Ryan Daniels, Peachy London, Ryan Acosta, Ryan LaFleur Jr., the top 15. Charles Sanford, Dylan Petit, Mount Elias bounces back nicely after coming in under green to make a pit stop to finish 18th. Derek Reed was running inside the top 5, got wrecked there on the last caution, finishes 19th. Joey Murphy 20th. Eugene D-Max, rough day after starting on the pole. It was looking like a good day, could not get going on the restarts at all, finishes 21st. And that won't be the only heartbreaker today. As we look back at the field here, guys like Wes McCall, Tryphon Reed. Wes McCall was having a solid day. Samuel Mills obviously was looking like he was going to have a solid day, starting up front, leading the first few laps, then losing the lead and crashing. Or getting, I wouldn't say crashing, getting run into under caution. Drew Austin finishes dead last. A rough day for him as well. Race 8 in the books, folks. Well, let's go celebrate with your all-time winner in the Pepsi Racing Series, Racer DSM, as he's taken yet another checkered flag in Season 9. Or not, I wouldn't... This is his first time winning in Season 9, but he's taken yet another checkered flag in the PRS. I believe this is what, his maybe 13th, 12th career win? I don't know. I'll tell you when he does his burnout. Here we go. Let's go celebrate with Racer DSM. Here he comes, the all-time winner in the PRS. About to burn it down here in Martinsville. 14th career win for Racer DSM. Has been here since Season 1. Won the first ever championship in the PRS. He was the Season 1 champion. Therefore, he has many career victories. 14 to be exact. The second closest to him is Robert Band, who's actually no longer active in the PRS. Hasn't been around for a few seasons. He has 10 career victories. He burns it down. Then you have to go back to Ryan Daniels, who has 8 career victories. So long way to go for Ryan Daniels if he wants to catch up with Racer DSM. That's tough because they're both active drivers, so they're constantly winning. Racer DSM obviously getting the first blow here, winning before Ryan Daniels does this season. And he tears it down on the back straightaway now. And looks like he'll continue his reverse lap here around the speedway, saluting the empty grandstands because nobody gives a fuck that he won. And now the front straightaway, where he will continue saluting the empty grandstand. Even the flagman left. He's like, fuck this. I don't care if he won. And he burns it down. Looks like he might have backed it into a wall. he continues the celebration. Alright, looks like he's not done. I guess once you win 14 races, you never get tired of doing burnouts, and that seems to be the case here. Those are actually pretty nice. That's a nice burnout. Alright, that's likely the only time you'll see the 22 in victory lane. Or one of the few times you'll see it. You'll never actually see it in the Sprint Cup Series. Because Joe Logano sucks. Yeah, I said it. What are you gonna do about it? There you have it, folks. Martinsville in the books. Race for DSM wins it, and he tore down the front straightaway. Join us for race number 9. We're going to a new racetrack, Ohio. I'm not even sure how big this racetrack is. I would tell you if it's a short track, a medium track, a mile and a half. I'm not even sure. But that is a new racetrack to PRS, so we'll see what it's got. So far we've had some pretty good races at the new racetracks. I think we've raced at, what, 2 of them, so far so good. We'll see about this one. Ohio Speedway, race number 9. Join us. Congratulations to Racer DSM and the 22 team on their win. As you can see, the 22 team already left the track. They don't even care that their driver won. This track is deserted, it looks like. Alright, there you go, folks. Enough of the jokes. Martinsville complete. Join us for Ohio.